It started quietly, but now the waves in the Pacific are shaking with tension. For years, the United States and China have had disagreements, but recently, something changed. The warnings got louder, the military moves got bolder, and now both nations are on edge, watching each other closely, preparing for something bigger. In the middle of it all is Taiwan, a small island that China claims as its own. The US disagrees. America sees Taiwan as a friend, a democracy, and a partner that should stay free. That difference in opinion is becoming a serious problem. China has been sending more warplanes and ships near Taiwan. It's like they're testing how far they can go before someone pushes back. US military leaders are now speaking out, warning that China could invade Taiwan sooner than people think. Some say we're just one wrong move away from conflict. The US isn't just talking, it's acting hard. Other countries are joining in, preparing for what could come next. This isn't just about two countries flexing muscles. This is about control of the sea, the future of Taiwan, and the balance of power in the world. It's a high-stakes game, and China may have just pushed too far. The question now is, how will the US Navy answer? First, what did China do to push things too far? China has been turning up the heat, and fast. What started as military training near Taiwan has now become serious. Chinese warships are sailing closer. Fighter jets are flying near Taiwan's airspace almost daily. These aren't just drills, they're warnings. Then came the bombers. New satellite images revealed something alarming. China had moved nuclear-capable bombers to islands close to Taiwan. These aren't just big planes, they can carry massive weapons. Moving them this close sends a clear message. We're ready if you challenge us. At sea, things got even riskier. A Chinese Navy ship cut right in front of a US destroyer, just 150 yards away. That's dangerously close. It wasn't a mistake. It was a power move. China is trying to show strength and test the US Navy's patience. China also told other navies to stay away. Even though these waters are international, China now claims large parts of the South China Sea as its own. That's a big problem. These waters are used by many countries for trade, travel, and security. If China controls them, they control a major part of the world's economy. Experts believe China is testing how far it can go before someone fights back. And every week, it pushes just a little further. And now, the US Navy is answering. Here's how. When China started pushing hard, the US Navy didn't stay quiet. It pushed back even harder. Two powerful US aircraft carriers, the USS Carl Vinson and USS Theodore Roosevelt, sailed into the South China Sea. These aren't just big ships. They're floating war machines, each with dozens of fighter jets and thousands of crew members. Their arrival wasn't random. It was a warning. The US is ready to fight if needed. The Navy didn't just show up, they got to work. Fighter jets roared off the decks. Submarines and destroyers joined the carriers. Helicopters flew overhead. It was one of the biggest military moves in the region in years. But America had something new this time. The US brought a high-tech missile system to the Philippines. It's called NAMESIS, which stands for Navy Marine Expeditionary Ship Interdiction System. It can shoot long-range missiles from land and take out enemy ships fast. US Marines tested it with Philippine forces. The message was clear. The US can strike from land, sea, or air. The Navy also ran major beach landing drills, just like the kind used in a real war near islands like Taiwan. Troops stormed beaches with tanks, helicopters, and boats. These drills weren't for show. They were training for a possible fight. The US Navy isn't just watching anymore. It's locked in. Let's dive into what other countries are doing. The US isn't standing alone in this fight, and China knows it. As the situation grows more dangerous, America's closest allies are stepping up. Countries like Japan, Australia, and the United Kingdom are making it clear. They're ready to stand with the US if things go bad. Japan has sent more ships into the region. Their Navy has been training with the US, running joint patrols and exercises. Japan is especially worried. Taiwan is just a short flight away from Japanese islands. If war breaks out, Japan could be pulled in fast. Australia is also getting involved. Australian fighter jets and warships joined US drills near the Philippines. Their government is warning China to back off, and they're spending more money on defense than ever before. Even the United Kingdom has sent its aircraft carrier back to the Pacific. British forces have trained alongside American troops. showing that this isn't just a US-China issue, it's global. Meanwhile, China is calling all of this provocation. They say the US and its friends are creating tension, not peace. But that argument isn't stopping anyone. In fact, it's pushing more countries to get involved, worried that if China takes Taiwan, it won't stop there. All over the Indo-Pacific, countries are preparing. Defense budgets are rising, troops are training, ships are moving. Everyone hopes it won't come to war. Now, what possibly could happen next? Right now, the world is standing at a cliff's edge. One wrong move, one close call at sea, or one jet flying too close. And this standoff could explode into war. That's how tense things have become in the Pacific. China keeps saying it wants peace, but its actions, moving bombers, threatening Taiwan, warning other navies, tell a different story. And the US Navy is not waiting around. It's preparing for the worst, while hoping for the best. Many experts believe a Chinese attack on Taiwan could happen in the next few years, or even sooner. If that happens, the US would almost certainly get involved. Japan, Australia, and others might join too. What starts as a local fight could quickly turn into a global war. But it doesn't have to go that far. There's still time for talks. Diplomacy, if taken seriously, could pull both sides back from the edge. That's what leaders around the world are hoping for. But peace takes effort and trust. And right now, trust is in short supply. In the meantime, the US Navy continues to sail. It keeps its presence strong, not just to show power, but to protect freedom of movement in the region. If countries can't safely travel through the South China Sea, it affects the whole world: trade, oil, and even food supplies. This isn't just about Taiwan. It's about balance. It's about keeping the Pacific free and stable. And with every move, the US is making sure China knows, if you push too far, we will push back. What do you think will happen if China makes a move? Don't forget to subscribe and let us know in the comments.